I'm a Georgia Bulldog till I die. Red and black running deep inside. Got that pride, you can see it in my eyes. Stand tall, yeah, we working through the night. UGA, that's right.
Welcome everybody to the Doghouse Live. This is a special night, a special day. Hey man, it's an exclusive, brought to you by the Doghouse as well as Rivals. Shout out to Rivals for posting this. Hopefully I don't get flagged for having this on my channel, man. I talked about this. I don't think anybody else covered this guy. I'm not sure if anybody else covered him, but I know that I talked about it right here on this channel at the Doghouse. A lot of people didn't feel like this would happen. A lot of people don't think that Georgia would start him being, a black quarterback or whatever the talk is, but this is his commitment video. You know what I mean? If y'all want to go back and watch the video where I talked about it, and I'm just so glad, man. This is a big day for us, man. I think the Texas game kind of sealed the deal, but just like in this video, he'll talk about how, he had already had it planned, but I think that the Texas game does have a little to do with it, man. Shout out to Sincere. Go Dogs. This is huge, man. Like I told y'all in that video, the ones that did watch it, because a lot of people didn't, feel like this would be possible. So I'm guessing that's why a lot of people didn't tune in quite much into that video, man. But I spoke about it because I felt like from the articles that I read that Mike Bobo was trying to pick this guy up. They have been recruiting him since like the 8th grade, and I think he'll also talk about it also in this video, man. But listen, man, I am hyped, man. I am so glad for these Georgia Bulldogs. We are getting in our bag, winning the game last night, a big game last night, pile driving those Texas Longhorns. I don't even care about that at this point. All I care about is this guy right here, man. Jayden Wade, man. This guy is a talented quarterback. I would say that he's more of a pocket passer, but I haven't seen all of his highlights, so I can't just say he's a pocket passer. He may be able to be mobile. Like I said, I haven't seen everything. So at the end of the day, man, this is it, man. The Georgia Bulldogs have spoken for the #1 quarterback prospect of the class of 2028, Jayden Wade. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get it, dogs. We still in it, man. We still in it. Mike Bobo has swung. He has won over 2 #1 quarterbacks, one for the class of 26 and one for the class of 28, man. Y'all got to give Bobo all the credit in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing at the University of Georgia. No matter what the hate is, he's doing his thing. So we all got to give that man a round of applause, man. We got to give it to him, y'all. We can't. This is a spur of the moment video, so I'm not expecting a big turnout. I know everybody got something to do on this Sunday. I just wanted to drop this live. I didn't want to do a video. I wanted to drop it live because I wanted to see how all the dogs felt. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I know everybody got something to do, but this is something that I had to bring to you guys' attention for those who may not see it. But let's go ahead and get right into some of this commitment video and see what he's talking about. Hold on, let me make sure everything is right though, because I got to make sure the audio is correct before I do anything. Let's make sure the audio is correct. Sincere, you still in there, Sincere? You still in there? Go Dogs. Hey, let me know if y'all can hear this audio, man.
Well, good. The moment's here. The floor is yours. Say your thank yous and let us know where you're committing to college.
Can you hear the audio?
First and foremost, I want to thank my family and God for this journey I've been having. Without them, I wouldn't be.
Because I don't know if the volume. Okay.
Said,
okay.
I'll be committed to University of Georgia. Go
yes,
Dogs.
Sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There it is. The G let me hear. Look, I got you. All right. It's all Georgia here on the set at Rivals Recruits channel. Jayden, why was Georgia the best fit for you?
The reason why it was the best fit for me because I just love the program. It's a winning program. They're a big cultural tradition team, and I just feel like it's home.
So when did you tell Kirby Smart you're coming?
We planned this at the beginning of the season. This was planned at the beginning of the season. I just wanted to keep in contact with them, show the loyalty that I have for them. And yeah.
All right. Well, Georgia fans are going crazy
I
right
hope
now
you don't
in the
change
chat.
either.
They're loving this commitment for the Dogs. They want to know, what type of player are Georgia fans getting when Jayden Wade steps foot into Athens?
The type of player they're going to get is a competitor, a dog, and a winner.
All right. Well, they love that. Jayden, thank you. We are going to talk more about your commitment here with Adam Gordy, but appreciate you doing this on your special day here at the Rivals Recruits channel.
Yes, sir. Go Dogs.
Go.
Yes, sir.
The number one quarterback in the 2028 class.
That's what
Let's
I'm
bring in
talking
national
about,
analyst
baby.
Adam Gorney. Adam, you are on the West Coast. Jayden Wade, originally from Los Angeles, California. How long? I mean, he's only a sophomore. How long has he been on your radar?
Yeah, he's only a sophomore, Josh, but he's been around the Rivals camps and the 7-on-7 settings since at least middle school. He came to us a few years ago and people were talking him up and we're like, yeah, let's see this 7th, 8th grader. And he looked like he could be the MVP of the camp against seniors in high school at that time. He was very advanced as a young kid, does all the things that you want from a quarterback, and is also a kind of a quiet leader on the field. So he's been impressive for years and definitely a big get for the Dogs here.
Yeah, 100%. So walk us through this recruitment, because as you see, his top program.
Hey, sorry about how I got the video up, bro. This was spur of the moment, man.
Their head coach, so they were probably behind a little bit. But these other programs, Ohio State, Texas, among others, how was Georgia able to win the recruitment?
Yeah, early on when he was a kid being recruited as an 8th and 9th grader, you felt USC was going to be in there even when he went to IMG, just because he is from Carson. He's from the LA area. And then Oregon really sort of made a move for him. But as he got, ingratiated into that IMG community, being in the Southeast, being much more comfortable getting away from home, it came down to Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas. But the feeling was always that Georgia was 1, and then there was like 2 and 3. It wasn't 1B and 1C. Georgia had taken the lead early on. He absolutely loved the culture there, felt comfortable.
Shout out to Mike Bobo.
Loved sort of the winning tradition.
Shout out to Mike Bobo.
The vision that Kirby Smart and Mike Bobo has. And they're not going to blow you away with offense and flash plays and all those kinds of things. And that's kind of how Jayden Wade wants to play the game. So Georgia took a lead early, and like he even just said, this had been planned for a year. So Georgia had been in the lead for a long time here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to see a plan like that. In recruiting, things just get exciting in recruits. They tend to kind of leak it out where he's going. But really, Jayden did a great job of holding his chips close to the vest. Nobody really knew where he was going to end up. So it was the first 2028 commitment on our channel. How many, is he one of the first 2028s, or at least top recruits to come off the board?
Yeah, there aren't many other ones. Jameer Weish came off from to Ohio State, but that's really it. And now what gets interesting is how he starts recruiting this class, because 3 of the top 6 players in 2028 are wide receivers, and we all know wide receivers want to play with elite quarterbacks. So we will see how this makes a move for Bryson Wright and Jet Harrison, who's Marvin Harrison's brother, and Eric McFarland, who's his teammate at IMG. So I would not be surprised if Georgia is on the phone with these guys once they're allowed to be, of course, but talking to them all the time. And then Jayden Wade becomes, recruiter number 1 for this class. Yeah.
We've been talking a lot of 2026. Obviously, that cycle comes to an end in less than 2 weeks. We've been talking a lot about 2027, and now Georgia has their guy for 2028. Adam Gorney, West Coast analyst here at Rivals. Thank you for joining this live commitment, watching Jayden Wade come off the board to Georgia. Appreciate you.
All right.
And there you have it, Georgia fans. You got your quarterback. How about that? Jayden Wade plants his flag in that Georgia 2028 class. Now it's time to get some elite skill players around him. Why not? You got the number 1 quarterback. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of dudes that want to come play with him.
Hopefully we can hold on to him, y'all.
It's all about Jayden Wade. makes his commitment right here on the Rivals Recruits channel. You guys hit subscribe if you haven't already.
Hey, y'all go subscribe to their channel also.
More Jayden Wade, more recruiting.
I know a lot of y'all already
See you
are.
guys next time.
Hey, man. Kudos to them dogs for picking up this big time exclusive type of player right here, man. We rarely get these type of guys, man. And for us to get them, I don't think I want to see no more of that. Let me turn that off. But yeah, man, shout out to Kirby Smart and Mike Bobo. You know, like I said, I talked about this, man. And I know, you know, sometimes a lot of people don't tend to like, you know, certain types of quarterbacks or whatever the case may be, or they feel like they're not a good fit for Georgia. Georgia won't play them. Georgia won't start them. But I told y'all, man, that Mike Bobo was on the hunt for this guy. You know, I saw the article. I quickly came to the internet with it because normally, you know, when I find an article, especially from a prominent website, I definitely know that it's a whole lot of truth in it. And that's what I knew about that article. And I dropped a video not too long ago about that. And, man, hey, it's here, man. A lot of people didn't agree. A lot of people didn't think it would happen, but it is here. We do have the #1 quarterback of the class of 2028, and hopefully, man, we can put some guys around him. Hopefully we can get some guys that's you know, big body, tall frame, wide receivers, some dual threat. I'm not dual threat, but some I'm just so hyped up, man. My mind going so anywhere, everywhere. I'm sorry, y'all. UGA is killing it, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Orange Juice Jones. Yeah, man. This was so random. I was not planning on going live, man. But when I saw it, I just jumped out. I was really laid out on the couch, just going through my phone. I actually was watching a couple of the fan reactions to the Texas game, and that just popped up, man. Literally just popped up. So, you know, shout out, man. Like I say, once again, shout out to Mike Bobo. Shout out to Kirby Smart, man. We are back in our bag. Hopefully this guy does stick around. Hopefully he comes to the program and, you know, everything translates right. You know, he learns the system fast. Hopefully it don't take a long time, because if I could recall, I remember that happening with I think Brock Vandegrift. He wasn't learning the system fast enough, and ultimately transferred out to Kentucky and, you know, eventually retired. So hopefully that doesn't happen with him. And also we had in the past an issue with a highly profile quarterback in DeJuan Mathis, 4-star quarterback coming in. You know, he was highly recruited also. And, you know, he just turned out to be a bust for us. So he eventually transferred out also, went over to, I think, Temple that he played for. And after that, I forget what kind of school he went to, but it was a lower level school than Temple, and we don't see him or hear from him either. So hopefully this guy here sticks around, man. This would be good for us. You know, this would be bringing something new to the table, some new sauce to the table. Like I said, I haven't seen many highlights where he was actually being mobile, but at the same time, I don't know, you know, because sometimes they don't put out all of their highlights, you know what I mean? But I did see a lot of pocket passing throws, and I'm comfortable with that too, you know what I mean? Because typically at Georgia, you know, we tend to do fairly well, even with pocket passing quarterbacks. So, you know, and a lot of times, even with our current quarterback in Gunnar Stockton, you know, y'all know how much I like to see him run. But at the end of the day, it looked like to me that our offense don't cause for a running quarterback so much. So at the end of the day, I think he'll be a good fit. You know, like I said, when I put the video up, not too much traction came to that video. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. The guy has finally committed to the University of Georgia, and we got to do whatever we got to do to keep him around. What happened to him is that Arkansas game, he got hit and rattled his brain, and he wasn't the same since. I don't know, man. It is what it is. That's the past. I really, you know what I mean? I appreciate you coming, but that's the past. At the end of the day, we just landed something special, man. We just done something special. Like I said in my video that a lot of people probably didn't pay attention to because they didn't think it would happen. Like I said in that video, man, this would probably be the biggest move of Mike Bobo's career at Georgia, to land 2 #1s like this back to back. You know, you know, I'm just so happy about it. I'm so proud, bro. I'm so proud because Mike Bobo did come into this season with a whole lot of hate, and I understood it. Like, if you look at Mike Bobo's record, being the OC at the University of Georgia, he doesn't have a great record. I get it, right? But at the end of the day, for him to swing these two guys and Jared Curtis and now Jayden Wade, two number one quarterbacks, man, like, hey, man, this is probably the biggest move. Even if the guy doesn't stay, I would hate for him not to stick around, but this is a major, major move for Mike Bobo, and I think I need people to go ahead and jump on that Bobo wagon. You know what I mean? Eventually, you're going to have to, man, especially after this, man. You got to give that guy his credit, man, and I'm gonna have to give him another round of applause for that. Give yourself a round of applause also if you jumped off in the live, man. Hit the like button, you know, yeah, give yourself a round of applause. And Mike Bobo and Kirby Small and the whole staff, man. The whole staff. We proud of y'all. Let's get some wide receivers with it. Yeah, like they was talking about in the video, man. Like, and we can even go back to the Dylan Raiola situation whenever he committed and moved on to Georgia and started trying to recruit guys like Jeremiah Smith and, you know, other guys that he felt like he played with and guys that he felt like would be a good match at the University of Georgia. So hopefully he does get there at Georgia, you know, come early, get comfortable with the system, with the family over there at Georgia, and try to start doing some recruiting and help out with that. I think that he will. If not, I think we'll still do good. We got the right coaching. We got the best coaches, you know, in college football, you know. So and it's showing up, especially with this season. This season, a lot of us had a whole lot of doubts when it coming into this season, but it's starting to show up later in the season. And I know a lot of people like to speak early on what they think they know about this team, but nobody really know about how these teams are going to come out season after season. So even if you do have your speculations and your doubts, you're not wrong for that at the end of the day, because it takes a while. I feel like for me, it take a while for me to get adjusted to really see how well a team is going to do. And it's not going to be within the first couple of games. So now that we are past Texas and, you know, going into our last two games, I think that this coaching staff does know what it takes to win these football games. Bobo shut all us up, including me. My mouth is straight positive from now on. Bobo looking like a guru with a play calling too. Schumann coming around too. Let's go, Dogs. Yeah, man, at the end of the day, you know, they got a game plan for every single week with every single team. So everything may not go right every single week, but for these last couple of weeks, Bobo has been in his bag. Bobo has been doing his thing. It's been a lot, even in that past game, it was some bad play calling that I felt that could have been better, but at the end of the day, they know what to do to win ball games. So that's one thing about us, you know, even though we may not look our best, and a lot of us are probably still spoiled, including me, still spoiled, and we want to see, you know, Georgia completely dominate every single game, every single season, you know, but it's just not going to happen like that every single season. But what we do know is we're going to build resilience in our players, and we do it consistently. So I will say that I do have trust in the fact that I know that Kirby Smart and the rest of the coaching staff is going to build that type of resilience and that hunger into these players every single season. So even when we feel like we're down and out, we have to believe in this team that they're going to bounce back at some point. You know, win or lose, we still going to, you know, fight. So that's one good thing that I do love about these Georgia Bulldogs and this whole staff, that they can fight and land in this big #1 prospect of the class of 2028. You know, it just put all the more icing on the cake. So, man, like I said, congratulations, Dogs. We are in it to win it. You know, like I say, y'all, again, this was a spur of the moment. I was very hyped, sitting on the couch, relaxing, just watching whatever on YouTube. And then I seen this come across my screen. I said, damn it, I got to go live. I got to talk to my guys. And I will be reposting this as a video also for those who can't be in the live right now. But, man, shout out to the ones that are in the live. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all coming out and coming out and watching, man. Like I said, I don't expect this to be a big turnout. I know everybody got stuff that they got to do on this Sunday, and maybe some got to work, maybe some in church, or, you know, wherever you at. But like I say, I'm going to post it as a video so that people can go back and watch it, you know what I mean, instead of having to feel like they didn't get input on the live. Well, you're watching it on the video. Here you go, right? So, Man, I think I'm gonna make this live pretty short, man. I don't have too many people in the chat, you know what I mean? But shout out to Orange Juice Jones. What's that? Gianna. Shout out to Gianna. King Zay. Sarika, Sincere Harper, man. All of y'all that just jumped off in the live on this random Sunday. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for jumping in. 2028 #1 prospect. Jayden Wade, Georgia Bulldogs. We are in there. Best believe that, man. Y'all already know what it is. I'm your host, Major, and this is the Doghouse, baby. Go Dogs.